And today we are back on set for a more traditional episode. I have with me Barbara Gay Jimenez. Is that how you say your name,
Very
right?
Good. Very good.
Okay, awesome. You are the executive director of the Delta Symphony Orchestra, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, can you just tell me a little bit about what is the symphony?
What is the symphony? Well, we are a established nonprofit organization that's been around since 1975, and we're based here in the heart of Jonesboro, and we do a lot of our concerts at the Fowler Center in Riceland Hall. We have a large group of musicians that come in from the surrounding areas and including Jonesboro to perform 3 to 4 concerts a year.
Okay, so from what I understand, it's not always the same group of people. It's whoever can do it at that time, or?
Well, kind of. We have our regular members, and then we also have seats in the orchestra that rotate. So it depends on the scheduling. But for the most part, we're the same people.
Okay. So how does a typical concert run then? Like, you decide that you want to have one, or how does that go, like, when you set up a concert?
Well, we prefer to set our schedule up like a year in advance. We book the dates, the venues, the artists, and then we go from there.
Okay. So you've decided that you're going to have one, you've picked the date, then what happens? Do you pass out the music? How long do they have to prepare for this?
The musicians get their music 1 to 2 weeks prior to the concert. A lot of our musicians are out of Memphis or even Kentucky and Mississippi, and they come from everywhere. So we ship the music to them ahead of time, and they rehearse, and then everybody comes in for a long one-day rehearsal the day before the concert, which is pretty incredible that they do that, and we're very appreciative that they do.
Yeah.
So we rehearse, get all the kinks out, and then the next day, which is usually a Sunday afternoon at the Fowler Center at 2 p.m., we start and provide music, hopefully, to a packed house.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you've got a concert ready to go. You're ready to spend 12 hours at rehearsal. How does that rehearsal go? Like, you know, everyone's been spread out and they come together.
Well, if they're lucky, we give them breaks, you know.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice.
There's breaks through the day. Sometimes lunch is provided. Sometimes they just want to get away, which I can understand. But usually the rehearsal starts at 9, and there's 3 to 4 sessions scheduled throughout the day. And our maestro, Dr. Neil King Barty, does a wonderful job of running the music and working up all the parts that need to be worked out. And, you know, there's backstage they can go sit and relax. So it's a grueling schedule, and we're very appreciative that they're willing to do that, to play with the Delta Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, and I mean, that means you've got to get some dedicated musicians, like, because that's a lot of work and a lot of stress, but they just want to come together and play, right?
Well, they do love playing. It's not just, yes, dedication. They love playing together. We have professional musicians in the group. We have professors from ASU that play in the group. We have people who are not associated with any other music group that just play for enjoyment. They're all very, very talented.
Yeah. Okay, so you're talking about the diversity of these musicians. Like, where all do they come from? Like, how far out do they live?
Okay, from all the surrounding areas, Tennessee, Mississippi.
Pretty far to come for like for a concert. Okay, so then the concert happens the next day, and what does that day look like? Do y'all practice again right before going on?
No, there's the musicians have a green room in the back where they warm up, and those of us on staff and crew are making sure all the details are taken care of at the last minute, that all the seats are appropriately marked, and everybody's ready for cues, and the sound men, everything that goes.
Yeah.
And then about 30 minutes before, we like to open the doors to the house and let our patrons in. And then at 2 o'clock, we ask the maestro to step on stage, and it all begins.
Wow. Okay, so we are really excited to take a look at how this happens, how this comes together from the rehearsal and then the doors opening up to make a beautiful concert. So guys, we're going to take a look at just how this comes
Again, I want to thank everyone for coming out, and it is my honor to introduce Dr. Neil King Bartee and the Delta Symphony Orchestra.
Okay, so that's really exciting. You know, the whole event from like getting ready and then, you know, the curtain coming up or, you know, and everybody's like ready to hear this music. It's got to be super nervous from the point of view of a musician. But you have been that musician. You're a musician. So what's it like from that side of things?
I've sung with the Delta Symphony Orchestra twice, I think it was 2005 and 2007, and it was a great experience both times, coming from the artist side of it. The day before, they're considerate. They don't take up your whole day. They give you a schedule to come in and say, we're going to do your pieces here, so show up between this time and this time. You do that, you work all the kinks out again. And on the day of the performance, I'll tell you a real quick story. In my favorite I've done a lot, but one of my favorite performances through my career was in 2007 with the Delta Symphony Orchestra. It was the Pops concert, and we ended with a song, the James Horner tune, the theme song from the Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. And to stand in front of the orchestra and have all that power build up behind you, and you're right in the middle of all the passion.
Yeah.
It was a sweet moment.
To me, that's what's amazing about concerts. I mean, you can listen to music in the car, you can listen to it at home, but that's why people go to a concert.
Oh, nothing like being in person.
The music, yeah.
Absolutely. It goes right through you. And I think that's why we all love music, is our unspoken language, so to speak. And it can make us tingle and,
yeah.
and feel incredible.
And that's why musicians play, you know, like it's fun to play by yourself and at home and like get to make that music. But
Do you play?
I don't.
Do
no,
you sing?
Not anymore. I used to.
Oh, yeah?
I played the flute a long time ago in band.
Are we glad you quit, or?
No, and I wish I could play
Really?
piano. I really wish I could, yeah. I do sing, but like that's why like that's why we do what we do, is so when you can come together with everybody, like that's got to be amazing, like to put it out there for people to hear. And that rehearsal room too, like, you know, when you come together and you're like, we're all making music to make one big masterpiece. So
It's a pretty incredible experience for everyone.
Yeah.
For everyone. In our last concert, which was the youth concert from our 27th annual, it was his 26th annual youth competition that we hold a bit after Christmas every year. And the winners of that go on the concert at the end of the year with the Symphony Orchestra and 200 voices, which make up the Delta Children's Chorus. And at our last concert this past season, they are going to perform the Star Spangled Banner. And so everyone starts singing, everyone starts playing, everyone's standing, and I was in the wings. It was just a really cool goosebump moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very patriotic.
Okay, so there's got to be some tension and stress in that rehearsal room too, though, isn't
No, none at all.
I was like, oh man, did I get that one wrong?
Well, there's stress and there's distress. Stress is good for you. You get those butterflies moving, and it brings up that feeling, and it helps you perform. It's really a cool feeling.
Yeah. Okay, so you talked about the youth concert, and then I know coming up y'all have, what kind of concert is it that's coming up?
Okay, on October 23rd, we have our opening concert of the season, and the Delta Symphony Orchestra will be performing numbers by people who had disabilities, like Handel and Bach and Beethoven. And in honor of this, we've invited the special needs musicians from our local community to come in and sing with us. So that'll be a great, great show, and I know we'll pack the place out. So go online and get your tickets early.
That's amazing. Okay, so then you have like special concerts. Like they're all concerts, but they have like different like attractions. So this one's the special needs concert. And how does the youth concert work?
Well, in February we have the Pops concert.
Okay.
And let me tell you about the YAC, the youth, the young artist competition.
Okay.
This has been an annual event for the Delta Symphony. It's very successful. It's national. We have students that come in from all over the nation into Jonesboro, fill up the hotels and the restaurants, and they audition for grand prize money. And the winners are in different categories. We have strings, percussion, brass, and the list goes on. But there's a grand prize winner that gets to play with the Delta Symphony in the last concert of the season. And this last year we had Huan Kim, she was a child prodigy at age 9. She was a violinist that played at Carnegie Hall. And so she came to our competition and won, along with Sarah Stemble. We had 2 winners. And she brought the house down. Again, it was packed out, and she was so inspiring to all the musicians around her. She was just amazing. And at that time, she was around 15.
Wow, that's incredible. And that's awesome that you get to offer this opportunity to like such young musicians and that other people can hear them like right here.
It's kind of cool that the Delta Symphony Orchestra can be a part of their past on the way to their future, because they've gone on to be winners in the rest of their careers. Some study at the Paris Conservatory, some go on to teach, some go on to perform. It's pretty nice.
Okay, so there's one more thing we need to talk about,
And that is
funding.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously ticket sales, but we actually went to an event that y'all held. Just tell me about that.
We just got out of the 2016-17 SEASA Gala. We'll see you in September was the name of it. And this is our biggest fundraiser of the year, where we have silent and live auctions that are donated to us from Jonesboro and outlying community business owners. And people bid on that, and that's how we raise our money. And we had a special guest this year, Mr. Trey Stafford from here in town. He was our MC and our auctioneer.
Yeah.
We had 5 live auctions that were really cool.
That's really awesome, and that gives everybody a chance to participate and like, you know, and really talk and like, you know, talk about what's going on with the symphony, what concerts they're excited to see, and just really bring everybody together and just, you know, have a chance to like get all dressed up too. That was a really fancy event.
You got to take a bath, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
today.
for having me here today. I enjoyed it.
We were so excited to hear about it, and we can't wait to see a concert, so thank you for that. Cool. We hope that y'all go check out the symphony and like have a wonderful time, because concerts are really amazing. And we're excited to show you what they have to offer in rehearsal, and hopefully you will go see the concert yourself. Have a great day, y'all.